you would not believe it unless you came here. And I'm sure by the time the sun comes up, we're going to see a lot more damage that we did not expect to have.
Right now, we have just gotten airborne over the city, and we're coming up on the Whitesburg area. What we're seeing is just absolute total destruction. Coming over the airport where we are right now, we have trees that have been completely sheared off. Coming up on the old Gold Road shopping center area and the apartment area that was damaged last night, as you can see, everything has just been flattened. A lot of emergency crews still on the scene this morning, still digging through the rubble, trying to get a full determination of the extent of loss of life, and traffic very, very slow on the parkway around the airport road area. Avoid this area if at all possible this morning. As you can see now, we're coming over the parkway, and it looks like someone has just absolutely set off a bomb and totally destroyed this entire area.
Amy Woody is out on the scene of Jones Valley School. It's a devastated area there. This morning, Amy, this is the first look we're getting to look at. What's it like?
That's right, Linda. The scene is unbelievable. This used to be a two-story school here at Jones Valley. Obviously, today there's going to be no school. There'll probably be no school. Obviously, there'll be no school for the rest of the school year. School officials right now are meeting to talk about where they're going to put the kids. A majority of them will go to nearby Challenger elementary and middle school, but just looking at the scene, it's amazing that no one was seriously injured, and very lucky that school was not in session. There was an after-school program going on yesterday, and word was that there was some students and teachers in the school yesterday entrapped, but they were all rescued. And I suppose if there's any good news today, that would be it, that no one was injured and that school was not in session at the time. Looking at the area, it's just devastated. It's hard to believe this was even in school. You can look in the parking lot and see some cars tossed about. If Eric, our photographer, would walk this way, over in the field, you can see cars have been thrown into the field, and you can see the path of the tornado goes clear across the Jones Valley area into some of the homes. You can see some homes look virtually untouched, while others have been flattened. I understand rescue crews are going through the area looking for any victims and helping people recover, but it's just devastating to see this area in the daylight.
Amy, this is one of the more influential areas in this town.
Yes, it is. There's some very beautiful homes down in this area, and today a lot of them are gone. It's kind of hard to believe.
You took a drive down there this morning, obviously, to get to the school. What kinds of things were you seeing on the way?
Well, when you drive down on Drake Avenue, when you try to get down to Jones Valley, you don't see too much, and also when you hit the Jones Valley area, you can see the big line where the tornado took off. You can see trees bent and down, houses have been flattened, cars thrown in fields, rubble all over the place. There's a lot of utility crews down in the area and a lot of rescue crews. They're asking motorists to stay where they're at and not come down to this area. They just wanted to keep it safe and secure at this moment.
Amy, you were following the story yesterday. The rain has now stopped. The sun is now up. Any differences in the view today versus yesterday?
Oh, definitely. Yesterday, it did look awful, but you can only see limited areas because it was so dark. Today, now that the sun is coming up, it's just unbelievable. Last night when I was at the area over on Airport, that area is devastated as well. All the shopping centers are pretty much flattened, some of the areas, and cars tossed like pieces of firewood on a pile. It's just hard to believe when you look at this, especially in the daylight, and it really makes a difference.
And we are going to go now to Kim Albright in the skies to take a look at that devastation from above. Kim? Of course, Adrian, we are seeing up again over the mountain.
Okay, Linda, I don't know if you can hear me or not. Okay, we're coming back over the mountain. We're going back over the main damaged area along Airport Road, and once again, as you can see, just sheer destruction. We followed the track of this storm all the way to the southern part of Madison County that it tracked across. We've been almost over to the Gurley area this morning, and it's much the same story all along the path of this storm. Apparently it was dipping up and down, across the mountaintop, skipping back and forth, hitting some houses, letting others go unscathed. But we do have massive damage. The hardest hit area, obviously, is the area around Airport Road, and we have a number of apartments that have been damaged, roofs blown off, shingles blown off, other buildings totally crushed and demolished. As you can see from what you're seeing right now, where our service station once stood, there's nothing but a pile of rubble and twisted metal and cars stacked very, very high. We've seen cars blown and tumbled, touched a half a mile off the roadway, thrown up into the trees. It's just absolutely unbelievable at the destruction that has occurred across South Huntsville.
Adrian, we've had a lot of people talk and compare already this from the 1974 disaster.
1974, in the isolated area around Airport Road and over in Jones Valley, it looks very similar to what we were seeing in wide swaths across several counties here in North Alabama back in April of 1974. Of course, the number of fatalities is not as many. One big difference back then as compared with now, this time we did have a tornado watch in effect, and it was busy rush hour. I'm sure most of the fatalities were in their automobiles and whatnot. But as far as comparing the two, when you see massive destruction like this, they all look the same. And they can be just as tragic, as you well know.
On something like this, what brings something like this on? Is it the cold, warm temperature change?
We had all that warm, moist air here. We had a high in the low 70s yesterday, and here this morning we were at 37 degrees, for example. When the cold air collides with that warm air, violent things take place. This was forecast, this was foreseen, and it actually did occur. It's just unfortunate that it happened at the hour that it did.
Adrian, Amy Whitty is at Jones Valley School. We're going to go back out to her and find out what she sees this morning. That is, of course, where the major damage is done. No school left, no school in session today. Let's go out to Amy.
Linda, Adrian, it's easy to see why Jones Valley is going to be closed today. This used to be a two-story school. Today, it's demolished. Joining me now is School Superintendent Dr. Mary Jane Kaler. In one sense, I guess we have to feel somewhat lucky that this did not happen an hour earlier.
Well, had it happened during school hours, as you can see from this school, we would have lost a large number of the student body at this school. There would be no way in the world that they could have gotten out of the school.
Now, I understand there were some students and teachers in the school yesterday for an after-school program. Can you update us on what happened?
There's an extended day program, an after-school program that starts at 2:30 and goes until 5:45, and there were 37 children in attendance. Now, some of those children were picked up real early when there was a threat of bad weather by their parents, but there were still somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 children and 3 teachers and 5 painters in that school when the tornado hit, and all of those individuals have been accounted for, and due to the heroic deeds of these teachers and painters, our children are all alive this morning.
Looking at the school, it's hard to believe that anyone even got out of there alive. You were telling me about some heroic efforts by some of the folks in the school.
Well, there's no question. We, of course, learned as much information as we could last night, and the area that we've been told that they were when the tornado hit is incredible that anyone walked out, because the stair level in the school has been totally demolished. We were told that a child and teacher were literally airborne and caught by the arm of a painter as they were being moved about in the building. It's incredible.
Now for